Hi! So, I have absolutely no idea how long it's been since I did my last video. College is hard, if anybody was wondering. College is really hard, and it's wonderful, and I love it, but it's a lot of work. So, yeah, that's why there are not very many videos, even though there's like a ton of shit I want to do. Um, because this week is midterms, this video is going to be very, very short, probably the shortest one so far, just because I have studying to do. I have my midterm on revolutionary Europe, so it's pretty much going to be like the French Revolution and Napoleon, which is actually super cool. I've learned a lot and I know a lot about it, but still, you should study. So I'm also coming to you from a different spot than I normally do. I'm not sitting at my desk and I'm not at home. I am by the window in my easy chair. The lighting is really weird, but it's kind of making me look like I'm an angel or something, so I'm gonna keep it. But this is like this huge, big, easy chair, and it's just like so comfortable, and I'm sitting on it sideways because I always sit on it sideways. But like sitting on it, I feel like I'm sitting on a throne, which is wonderful, and it's super big and comfy. Like seriously, you could sleep on this. That's how big it is. But anyway, enough about my chair. What I wanted to talk to you about is actually not something I've been planning to do. It's just something that I learned today that I thought was really cool because I didn't know it, and like it makes so much sense. So when you are developing as like a little tiny human, or whatever else you are if you're not a human, your brain and your stomach are connected. And it's, like you've got this little line, right? And then you've got your brain on one side and your stomach on the other. Well, more like this. And they're connected by this nerve, which I, of course, can't remember the name of the nerve. It's just the nerd. The nerve is just like a fact that I heard today that, stuck in my head. So, it's not like something that I've like looked up or done research on. It's just something that I heard that I thought was really cool, from somebody who just went to a conference and saw a 7-hour lecture on this fact, that the brain and the stomach are connected by this one nerve. And the brain and the stomach, as you are growing and developing, they grow and develop at exactly the same rate. So, you've got, some things that grow a little faster and some things that grow a little slower, like in terms of cell development and stuff like that. Your brain and your stomach grow at exactly the same rate. And they're connected by this nerve. And this nerve isn't connected to anything else. It's just there to connect the brain and your stomach. I know your brain's connected to other things and your stomach is connected to other things, but like this nerve is the only thing it's connected to is the brain and the stomach, and it connects the two. And the reason why that is so important is that your brain and your stomach are not just connected by that nerve, they are connected. If you look at people who have a lot of stress in their lives and who have mental health problems, they probably also have stomach or gastrointestinal issues. Because, when you get stressed out, you get, you get lots of stomach acid and shit like that. And the term getting butterflies whenever you're, in a situation that makes you nervous and you get butterflies. That is your brain, your stress level affecting your stomach. And, if you don't eat healthy, then that can, totally, put you in bad moods. It can hurt your mental health as well as your physical health if you don't, eat right and take care of yourself in terms of nutrition, Which, it makes so much sense. I'm not surprised by it at all. But, it's not something I'd ever heard. And, everybody's like, oh, you need to eat right and be healthy, blah, 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 blah. And, eating right will help you become smarter and shit like that, which is like, yeah, whatever. But, like, the fact that your emotions and, like, your emotional well-being is so connected to your stomach, not just, like, how people who eat better or do better in school and people who eat breakfast are happier generally or whatever. It's like, if you eat, I'm in college, so I eat a lot of crappy college food, and that affects not just how well I do in school, but how well my moods are. When I eat crappy food, I have, not just the normal stuff like gaining weight and bad skin or whatever, but like, I get in bad moods and I get depressed and I get, like, I don't want to do my homework because I feel like shit. I'd just rather eat junk food and sit in my bed and watch TV, right? But then when I eat healthy, I have more energy, I feel great, I can retain information better, I'm like generally happy. Look at me, I'm a ball of sunshine. And that's because, like last year in college, I didn't eat anything ever except junk. And I had a shitty year and I hated school and I was pissed that I wasn't making any friends and I hated my family because, how dare they tell me it's going to get better when I feel so shitty. And this year, I'm really trying to, eat 3 square meals a day, or if not 3 square meals, at least snack, make sure I eat breakfast. If I'm hungry, I'm going to go eat something and try to eat something healthy, like salad and dried fruit and whatever. Actually like cooking for myself and whatever. And I'm loving school. I have tons of friends and I feel like I'm able to retain information better. I feel like, just my overall health is better. And like it just makes so much sense. Like I don't know why I was so excited by this fact, but like it just sort of like hit me like, holy shit. This is everything I've ever wanted to know right here. Not really, but like, you get what I'm saying. Like, it just makes so much sense, and it makes me really happy that like, so, that's it. Because, when you're stressed out a lot, you'll get, you get sick a lot. It hurts your immune system. To be stressed out all the time or to be depressed all the time. And, if you are depressed and like, you go to a doctor and you get drugs or whatever, but you know what? A lot of the time, the doctor will tell you if you're like, look, I'm really depressed. I'm feeling really shitty lately. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to fix it. Help me out. Your doctor will probably say, well, we can try, starting you out on a low dose serotonin uptake inhibitor, but I would suggest to, start eating healthier and to start exercising more, and if you're still depressed, if you're eating right and you're exercising enough and you're still depressed, you've got antidepressants or whatever, but like, it's just, it makes so much sense now because you're like, well, I know you're supposed to eat right so you can be healthy, but like, you don't think about like what that does to your head and how eating right can like physically help with your moods. It can help calm down mood swings and shit like that. Like, that is like the coolest thing ever because you've got like this nerve connecting your brain to your stomach and it's like this huge nerve. And so, if something happens to you emotionally, the first thing that feels it is your stomach. When the adrenaline comes and, you get that feeling like you're going to throw up or, you get butterflies, or when you're really, really nervous or really, really stressed out, you get a stomach ache, It's because, like, they're so connected. And, it's just blowing my mind, I guess. And I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's really blowing my mind because I did not know that they were connected like that. I mean, like, obviously everything in your body is connected to your brain because your brain is the thing sending messages to everything. But I had no clue that it was like, you know, that like just even like the way they develop and the way they grow when you're a baby is exactly the same at like the same rate. And that's really cool because that really emphasizes how connected they are and how important it is to like think about what you're eating and think about what you're eating in terms of brain health, because that can make such an impact. And like, I mean, maybe I'm just like a total nerd, but like that just is really cool to me. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And I mean, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have in these next few months until whatever. I've taken on a lot of stuff. And so I'm even busier than usual, and I'm thinking about, instead of majoring in art and minoring in history, I'm going to try to double major, which would totally fill up my plate next semester. But I'm really enjoying being really busy, you know? And like, I know I have a lot of classes, and I know that I'm, you know, spending less and less time in my room and more time studying in the library, but I'm really enjoying myself and I'm really enjoying school. So maybe I'll go for it and, you know, take a semester of double majoring, and, you know, if I get overwhelmed, then I can just put it back to a minor. I can do that. But anyway, I'm thinking that these videos, I want to talk about stuff I'm interested in, and a lot of times I think that'll be involved in my personal life. And you know, before I was thinking that I'd just, you know, do videos where I talk about history or, you know, things I think that are cool or whatever, but I think it might start involving like real life a little bit more often, just because sometimes I feel like I just want to talk. And maybe I don't have anything educational to say, because you know what? I'm not, you know, all history, art, science, math all the time. I don't know, maybe like something will happen. Maybe something will happen to me, and then I'll want to like talk about society or something like that. That could be educational, right? You know, talk about stigmas in society and like whatever. I don't know. I'll just, you know, it's try to do videos as often as possible and just rant at the camera, because that's what the internet is here for. So you can rant to the internet and it can be there forever to haunt you years and years later. So anyway, this will probably be my shortest video, but it's still pushing the long side because I can just talk and talk and talk. So I'll go. I should really get back to studying. So I will see you later.